It's a nice sharing platform. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is now 1900 hours. This is not a normal Toastmasters meeting. It is a pure, plain training session. So welcome to the Cape Connectors training. And let's have a good evening to all of you. Okay, I just want to make sure how many people are on at the moment. It's still just the few of us. Okay.
I think the other people want it recorded.
Yes, and they have it recorded with our great chats in the front, and I'll have to edit it out somewhere along the line, figure out how that works. Okay, so I would like to say that the idea of tonight is we're going to divide it into two parts. The first part will be where we handle the Toastmasters pathways. There are 4 videos we're going to watch. They are very short. You see on my screen, 2.5 minutes, almost 2.5, it's short, except for the last one is a little bit longer. So we'll watch a video, discuss it, watch a video, discuss it. And then once we finish with the pathways section, then we'll move over onto easySPEAK, and we'll try and do it, give each one a half an hour, so that at the end we have finished the training in an hour. And if there's need for anything extra, then we can do that, but officially then we'll close in an hour's time. Are there any questions on that so far? Okay, it is good while the videos are playing that everybody would just mute themselves, and then because we are a few, then when we have that Q&A in between, then you can unmute yourself and spontaneously that we can just interact. But if we become quite a lot more, then we might change the rules or the game plan at that stage. So for now, I will launch the first video. Greetings and welcome to this Pathways training course. This is a training course where we're going to take just small little nuggets and present it to you so that you have short training pieces. It's really ideal for that person that doesn't have a clue what to do. We are really starting at the very beginning. So have a look at the playlist as we have created it, taking you through piece by piece. Have a look at the descriptions so that you can know which ones are relevant to your needs and enjoy learning, growing in pathways. Now, if your club, like our club, makes use of pathways from the Toastmasters International website, as well as your club administration portal being easySPEAK, it's very important that you understand the logic of the next statement I make. You have to see that we are walking on absolutely two separate legs. The one is Toastmasters International. So when you receive an email that gives you a username and password, you have to very carefully watch to see, is it a Toastmasters International website email or is it an easySPEAK email? Because you cannot use Toastmasters International website information on the easySPEAK website, and neither can you use the easySPEAK username and password on the Toastmasters International website. Let's have a quick look. Here's the Toastmasters International website. And clearly, when you receive an email, it will normally tell you your username is an email address. And if I go to the login section here, you will see it requires an email or it requires your member ID. I've used my member ID, and that is how I'm able to log in automatically. However, when I go to easySPEAK, it's something totally different. Can you see easySPEAK clearly says easySPEAK, and the username and password that you use here is totally different from Toastmasters International. Make sure you do not mix up those two before we get going. Our next episode is then how to log in with Toastmasters International and to begin your pathways. I think I've discovered what the story is. Greetings, dear Toastmaster. By now, you must have received your letter from Toastmasters informing you that you are a Toastmaster. I bet you think, so now what? I'm here to tell you that if we have a look at our email, you will see step 1, and it informs you, it tells you, confirm your information. Please check it carefully. Then you will look further down. It says user information, and it normally gives you your email address as your login. So when you go over to Toastmasters website, that's what you will do to register as a user using your email, and you will insert a password. Now I've already done that, and so as we go over to Toastmasters website, when I go to the login, you'll see my login details are already captured on my computer and ready for action. So that's where I go in and I say log in. So once you've done your login, the first place that you would like to visit and to coordinate yourself with is Pathways. Pathways, you have a place where you can learn a lot more about pathways is here under learn more. You'll see here are all the different pathways. So if you click on the pathway, it will tell you more information about the pathway and you can indulge as much as you like. But for today's purposes, I would like you to know and learn how to choose a path. Now, for some of you that are a Toastmaster now for the first time, when you go into continue to path selection, you will find that under the base camp here, it doesn't show $20, but for me it does because I have already used my free one. However, if you have used your free pathway already and you'd like to just assess yourself to see which next pathway to take, the test costs nothing. So you can go in there, and when you get to the test assessment, you just select your language, and after you've selected your language, you can begin your test. This is where I would like to stop for today. We will continue further with other short tutorials, and I hope this was a blessing, and I look forward to you excelling as a Toastmaster in Pathways. There we go. I told you this was the one for the beginners because we've got all these beginners on at the moment, and we've created these for the beginners, but at the moment we've got people here that are not such beginners. Are there any questions on that video?
No,
Nope.
it's perfect. It's
Yeah.
perfect. I just think you must remember that the people who will watch this afterwards will be beginners.
Yes,
Often.
that's what I said. We're sitting here with not the beginners. It was kind of advertised for the beginners, but it's fine. And maybe the seasoned Toastmasters can add value or say what can be done extra. Right, I'm going to select the next one now. Previously, I took you to the point where you were able to do the assessment. Now we start off with, you have just completed the assessment and it gives you the options. Now, if you have a look, it gives me here a thing called best match, and it gives me 2 other options that I can select from. And it gives me some information that I can read, and I can select the path I want to do. Now, I do not need to select a path now. I've already selected a path. So I'm going to take you to the place where I have selected my path. After you've selected your path, then it will also take you to the place where you now can begin your path. I like to normally, when I log in, I immediately click on my name. And when I click on my name after I've logged in, it does bring me to this, I call it my dashboard. And here you can see I'm already enrolled into 2 paths. And I will then click on the paths that I've enrolled in, and the one I've already completed, and the other one I have recently started. Here you can see the pathway that I'm busy with currently. If you click on here where the name of it is, you're only going to learn more about it. So where you need to go to is open the curriculum. When I open the curriculum, it will immediately take me to the pathway dashboard that we have. Now, before you can go anywhere further, there is a very important step that you need to complete. Because from here we want to start training. And you can see I've completed my icebreaker in this pathway. And now I want to move over to launch my evaluation and feedback project. But if I click on that and I haven't done this crucial step, I will sit here till doomsday and nothing will happen. So what is that crucial step? Go to Pathways. When you click on Pathways, there is the frequently asked questions. That is really important because here, question number 2 is what you need to take care of. Why do I need to disable my pop-up blockers on Basecamp, and how do I do so? If you click the expand version, whatever web browser you make use of, you can select it here and it will give you the instructions on how to do it. I'm currently making use of Apple, and therefore I would then click on Safari, Apple Safari support. It would take me to a website that would tell me how I need to deal with my pop-up blocker. However, with Safari, it's actually easier. You can just click on Safari, settings for this website. It pops up this, and I have already just said pop-up window. I allowed it where you can just select what you want. But with the other browsers, there's a lot more that you need to do. However, the place where you can get the information is just down here. And that's it for today. I look forward to sharing with you some more tips in Pathways. And I know you all have done that except Eunice. I don't know where you are. Have you started anything, Eunice?
No.
Not yet. Okay.
Nope. This is my start.
Okay. So this is then the question to you then is, do you understand what has been presented so far? Do you think it's clear enough for you to understand? Good.
Yes, I do.
Great.
Yeah.
Can we then go to the last one quickly?
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning to drive Zoom. Sorry that you have to just wait a bit. Greetings and welcome to another session of Pathways. The previous session closed off where I taught you how to handle the pop-up blocker. If you haven't done that, please go and have a look at the previous session. It's crucially important that you do that. Now today we're going to start working on the pathway. I always like to go to my name because when I click on my name, it opens up a dashboard that I can work with quite easily. There we go. Here's my dashboard that I call my dashboard that shows everything that I need. And here are my pathways that I have selected. The one I've completed already, and the other one I have just managed to finish my icebreaker. And this is now where I'm going to take you to learn how to follow through with your pathway. So this is your learning dashboard. If I give it my own names, my learning dashboard, and the dynamic leadership is the one that I'm going to. So you need to go to open your curriculum. Once you've opened your curriculum, you come to that particular curriculum's dashboard again. So here are the projects for level 1. You can see level 1, and on the left it shows you're busy with level 1. You can see nothing has been done here. I have only finished 5%. I have had a study on my evaluation and feedback already. So unfortunately, when I click launch now, it's going to take me back where I stopped last. But that's great so that you can know in future. So you see I'm busy launching it. And you see once I launch it, there's the site we were, and now it opened a new page. And here it is. So I'm just going to take us to the beginning. It starts off by giving you the navigation page. The navigation page, it's really great because it tells you these little arrows are going to take you backwards and forwards. It gives you the indication of exactly how to navigate yourself around the site. Another thing that's important is that there's this line here. So whenever Toastmasters believes it's important for you to understand something about what's at the top, they kind of half close it and they send you to the bottom. You'll see what I mean. But then here at the bottom is, if I click on that, these are the topics that you're going to go through as you are busy studying or learning about this particular project that you're going to do. After you're finished with your navigation and you say, I'm ready, I understand what to do, you can click your page and there it starts with the introduction. And so you can go by reading through it bit by bit, and every time when you've finished completing a section, you click your arrow and you move forward. And as you progress, can you see here it forces me now to look down, and it tells you you can print the whole project. That's so great about Toastmasters. It gives you the opportunity to have this incredible interactive online experience, but you can also just print your resource from here. And if you say, no, thank you, I don't want it, you can just click your direction and you're back at the top again. You read and it tells you the purpose of your assignment, your overview, what you need to do, and it gives you even a project checklist that you can make use of. And you proceed. Again, another section, it says assess your skills before, and now it gives you the directions of what each point value is. And when you say I understand it, you click direction and then you can start assessing. Now I'm not going to do the assessment now, I'm just going to skip it, but after you've done your selection here, you click next, 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 so that each one goes through until you're finished, and then you click the page. It tells you the competencies you're going to do, and as it goes through, there will be little buttons you can click on from time to time. I'm just kind of guiding you through, and you can see as it says next year, it will give you every time the next section that you're busy with, but I'm taking you specifically to a specific place. And again, it gives you the directions here. And I want to take you to the page that says, there's a video that you can watch as well. And we're almost there. This is the page I want to take you to. The reason why I want to take you to this page is this is the page that tells you, here are your resources that you need for this project. You're going to need, for your first speech, there's your evaluation resource. And you're going to, because in this particular project, you're going to present a speech, somebody will evaluate you and give you a recommendation. And then you're going to learn to use that recommendation, present a second speech, and build on that recommendation. And here is your evaluation resource for the second speech. And then you're also going to learn how you should make an evaluation or give an evaluation. And here is your resource. When you are an evaluator, you would give that evaluation to somebody else. They would evaluate you on what kind of an evaluator you have been. And here you can print your project as well. It's crucial that once you've done the training for your project, that you come to this page where you can print out your evaluations. Now, I'm just going to launch the first one quickly so that you can see. Once you've launched that PDF document, it makes it so nice. You can type your name in here and the date, the title, and then you print it out like that, and then it looks really nice and professional. So I trust you are excited to get going with your very first project and to print out the evaluation form and begin your pathway. Right. And we have some newcomers.
I didn't want to disturb you, so I was so late. Oops, I've got dogs bothering me. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Welcome.
Thank you.
So are there any questions? Remember, this is the beginner's journey. Are there any questions? Because I think this is, all of you are doing this already. Not sure.
No questions yet.
Good. Then I will just, in the few minutes that we have left before we change over to the easySPEAK side, I would like to just share with you that within this Cape Connectors, we plan to just do quite a few of these training videos and load them onto the YouTube, that in future, when somebody new comes on board and you need to help them, that you can utilize the video. So it's important that if you see a video and you find something, some value you can add, or something that's not working well, or there's a mistake somewhere, that you interact with us so that we can fix it. That means we can really create something that people can use. So I just put it out there to you. Come, let's work together and make some usable tools for everyone to use. Great. Then I'm going to get ready for easySPEAK. Is there anybody here that doesn't know what easySPEAK is before I go over? Yes, Eunice, you. Great. Now, let me then just give you a brief introduction about it. You see, Toastmasters International is the organization where we connect with, so that we purchase our curriculum from them, our membership is with them, and the progress that we do is through them. But we need to have some kind of administrative tool to be able to keep track of all the speeches and projects we've done. And when we put an agenda together, because before easySPEAK and I used to be Vice President of Education, I had to have all these Excel spreadsheets, and then it's every person's name, every role they did at each meeting. I had to keep track of their speeches. It was like a nightmare to keep all this together. And if you're not there and you ask somebody else to fill it in for you, they normally put garbage in. So the easySPEAK portal is just an automation administrative portal where the club can function, so that every member in the club can connect to it. They can book their speeches, they can accept roles, and the club can function well because we utilize this automation platform.
Okay, cool, thank you.
So if we can just all mute while the videos play, that helps a lot. And the easySPEAK is just as basic. And now I need to go to Zoom again. And the video. Welcome to this training session on easySPEAK. Now, for you to be able to access easySPEAK, you would have been added by some member in the club that added you to the easySPEAK platform, and you would have received an email where it indicated what is your username and password. With that information, go to the section of the website where the username goes in. Now, I have already saved mine in previously, and I just log in. For today's training, we are going to look at how do I accept a role. Once you've logged into easySPEAK, next place you would like to visit is the next meeting. So when you click on the next meeting and it takes you to the next meeting, you can now handle things one of two ways. Either you come straight to the easySPEAK site and you go and look for anywhere because you would like to let them know that you are coming to the meeting. So I would just say, I would click here, yes, I'm coming to the meeting, and it would give an indication to the VPE that I'm coming to the meeting so that roles can be assigned to me. And then you will find, like here, I have been assigned to be the general evaluator. I can either just click the yes button there, or maybe I received an email. So let's have a look. What happens when you receive an email? Here you can see the email that I received, and it is telling me that I have provisionally been assigned as general evaluator, and it's asking me, do I accept it or not? Simply click on the one that's appropriate to you. I'm going to accept my role as general evaluator. Now let's see what happens when I select it. It opens up easySPEAK to an extent, and it says, thank you. And there it's given me the agenda, and it has indicated that I have said I am going to be the general evaluator. So that is how to accept a role. One of two ways. Either you go straight to the easySPEAK site and you click your thumbs up, or you respond to the email you have received. The next session, we will learn how to book a speech. Great. Are there any comments or questions there? Elrie, anything in the box that we need to take care of? Okay. Right, then we'll go on to the last video. We are running ahead of time here. Welcome to yet another session on easySPEAK. And today we're going to learn how to book a speech. Now, when you land on and you've logged in, go to view the meeting. Somehow it ignites something in easySPEAK, and now you have more options on where to go to. Next, look for My Participation. At My Participation, go down to Request a Speech. Once you do that, a very familiar block opens up. Now, it might not be familiar to you yet, but it's going to become very familiar. This is going to be the block that you will often work on. You see there are 3 crosses here, and those need to be changed. Let's begin with preferred dates. I'm part of a few clubs. So I'm booking my speech for the Swakopmund Club. I need to just make sure that I'm on that club. And I'm saying, right, the next meeting we have, I would like to have as a first option to be able to book a speech at that time. You can see it's indicated, and now it has changed to a green tick. Then I go to my workbook. I have done quite a number of things. I've already received my first DTM, and I'm on my way to my second DTM now. So now I need to open up my current workbook, which is Dynamic Leadership. And in Dynamic Leadership, I am going to say I'd like to do this evaluation project. That's the one that I'd like to do. Then I select it over here. And now the red cross has become a green tick. And now for the last portion. Now it's time to put the title in. My title, Here's to Writing That Book. Then you will type an introduction to yourself down below. Now remember, when you do an introduction to yourself, it has to be in third person. You would write it as if somebody else is introducing you. I want to add that because it's so important that if you can, for every project, remember to type your own introduction, you will become really good at typing and creating very effective introductions. Remember, an introduction has to have something that qualifies you for that speech. An introduction needs to have a few hooks to make people desire to hear what you have to say, to make them ready to receive your speech. When you're busy with easySPEAK, one important thing to remember: always find the save button and hit the save button. At this point in time, we now have 2 green ticks, but we still have a red cross. The moment we click the save button, it will record it as if something has been done. Let's do it. And now you will see my speech has been booked. There is the title and everything is ready to go. All I have to do is, yes, I'm doing the speech. Let's have a look back at that tick. Can you see? It's gone green. Now I can just close the block. So today you learned how to book a speech. Select the date, select the book, add the title, and write your own introduction. All the best with that until the next training. Great. We are all back again. Now, that was really the basics to get any person started. But because we have people here that are more advanced, let me see if there are any questions you have that I might be able to help you with regarding either easySPEAK or pathways. Make sure you unmute it. Are there any comments and are there any questions in the comment box?
No, it's just about muting.
Okay.
I have a question,
Mm-hmm.
and I just want to ask the question for those who don't know, how will they get onto easySPEAK? Because there's a platform here and a pathways, and how will they be able to participate in pathways, in easySPEAK?
Okay, I think I missed the beginning of your question. Which people are you talking about in terms of going onto easySPEAK?
Okay, I'm talking about a visitor or entire new member.
Okay.
How will they know how to get onto the platform of easySPEAK?
Okay, I understand your question now. You see, that is the job of the VPE. The VPE is supposed to have a two-way conversation meeting with a new member, and they would sit in front of the computer, and what I've just done now is what you would be doing to help these people. Now, sometimes people come on board and their things are processed and they are traveling and you cannot get to them, and the excitement wears off because you can't have that interaction. And that's why creating the videos makes it that you can, or because like Eloise, for some other reason, we were trying to create a meeting and time to get together, but we weren't able to. But because we were sending these little bits and pieces across the road, across WhatsApp with each other, she managed to get online. So it's true. When any new person comes in, now prior to Pathways, we used to have what we called the mentor system. And that mentor system was initially so that when a new member comes in, you take an existing member, you pair them with that, and they mentor them up until the third speech. And when they get to the third speech, they should be coordinated as to how to go about things, where to find things, and they should be able to move on from there and even help a new person. But the new Pathways mentors, it's a totally different game. It's a true mentorship that takes place. So in actual fact, what we should do as VPEs
I'll mute. Sorry.
will be boring. Did you have to wake us up?
Yeah, she's old. She's old.
That's good. Keeps us on track. So for a VPE, it's very important to share all these things and actually put a guide together with that person, because you see right now we're sitting with I sit with two clubs. I've got over 40 members that I need to help with, and most of them are brand new people, and I have spent hours trying to do this. It's a mammoth task, but if we have the videos, it was so easy. Like last night with Veronica, I was able to coordinate her, and she's also been able to come right. So in creating these tools, you can, through a simple text message and a link, you can already connect people and let them have more information. And some people can understand a video like this quite easy, but for other people it might be quite difficult. And some people will come back with a lot of questions, and others will, they won't even come back to you. They'll just click, go through the videos, do it all, and the next thing they're delivering a speech and you go, wow. But I think that answers your question. Am I right? Or do you need something? Great. Any other question?
Yes, sorry. When you book the speech, it's not immediately on easySPEAK.
That's right.
The VPE needs to
show them.
It's just frustrating when there's a VPE who doesn't know how to do that, because then you book a speech and it's never on.
Nothing happens. Yes. Now, the plan that I have at the moment is I just want to take the level of training just to a certain place, so that the average new member can quickly connect by using the training materials there. Then from there, I would like to create exco training videos, and in particular for the VPEs, because I think that would also make it so much easier for clubs anywhere to be able to connect to those little videos and pick things up from there. So that's why it's crucial for us that we share if there's anything not working or understandable or anything like that. But it's so true. It can be a frustration if the VPE doesn't know how to handle easySPEAK, and things just roll over and get lost.
Is there not a way on easySPEAK where they can, what do I want to say, where they can show whether you will get that speech? Because you can book a speech even if the 5 speeches are taken already.
Yes, I'll show you what I think you are saying, and then you can clarify it with me, okay? Can you see my screen, yes or no?
No.
Okay, then
I can understand.
Okay, let me just quickly go to share my screen with you. I perceive now how this Zoom thingy works. Right.
Yes. We can see.
You can see, great. Now, what normally happens is I'm going to quickly go to the next meeting, seeing as this meeting is now taken. The next meeting has some openings. I have to go to the one after that because that's the one that I want to do something with. Okay. Log in. There we go. And next meeting. The only thing about easySPEAK that is frustrating. Oops, there we go. What happens is normally when we as members want to book our speeches, we look for the little green and yellow man thingy that's there. And you click on that, normally your name would be up there and you click go. So, and then it gives you your capacity to select. But because this is now in VPE view, you're viewing it because I am VPE. When I click on that, I see all the people that have requested some. Okay, that's the educational. So let's go to speeches. There we go. Can you see how many people have selected speeches that they want to do? Now, how would the VPE know which one to select from there? How would the VPE know what is fair play and how to handle it? So for that reason, and now I probably have to share my screen here with you. I don't think you can see my screen now. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
So you can see, okay, can you see an Excel spreadsheet or do you see easySPEAK?
easySPEAK.
Okay, then I need to just go and unshare that thing. Stop share, and I have to reshare. It seems like you can only share one thing at a time, and you've got to go back and see. That's what I had. Okay, so what I've done is every member in this club, I've put their names down here, and I've planned the year out as in how they can do their speeches. Now, some people have more frequently their speeches put together because they would like to go further ahead, and I'm not necessarily going to book them that time, but because I need to regularly have speakathons, and then they will catch up the ones that they dropped off along the way. But because if you have a look, you see we are 20 members in the club, in this club, and I've got 20 in the other club. Now 20 members, and you have 5 speeches at a club meeting. That means once every 2 months you can have a speech. You can present your speech. So it just becomes a nightmare unless we have the speakathons. So that's why I created this. Let me just quickly go to the Walvis Bay one, because that one is a little bit there's more people that have their acts together there. You can see here are some speeches already booked, and I have booked them closer than one every 2 months because I'm planning to do the speakathons in between. But in essence, the VPE can't just go and randomly select there, because we need to give everybody a fair opportunity. And those that are more eager, when we have the speakathons, they can then come up and feature more there according to how they would like to do that. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Any other aspect that we can discuss? Terry, what are you doing? Do you have any questions? You are mute. I can't hear you.
Okay, so this is also the very first time I've even joined a Zoom meeting, so I'm very, very new. I've been a Toastmaster for a very long time, 20 years. I haven't done much speaking, but I've just done a VPE, and I'm the president this year of Taverners Toastmasters in Cape Town. I have a lot of, I kind of have a good understanding of the easySPEAK, but I just want to go back, if I can, to that spreadsheet of yours. Was that actually in Excel, or is it in?
It's in Excel.
Is it an easySPEAK? So it's a Excel.
It's one I made myself because I want.
Okay.
I need to plan. I'm a big picture person. I need to see the big picture before I can work with the finer details.
Yeah, yeah.
I created it to plan the whole year, because on that, I will show you that Excel again and just show you what I mean by that. You see, what I've done is here I've planned the DCP goals. Because Toastmaster says for one DCP point, you must have 4 L1s. And the old system, 2 CCs. Another DCP point, you must have 2 L2s, 2 L2s, 1 L3. Can you see that? So as I plan them totally, I can already see this one is going to finish a 1 and a 2. And it adds it up for me at the bottom, and I say, okay, I'm going to have 5. That means I'll definitely get my DCP 1 point, because so far I have 5 people there. So this helps me as VPE to plan the year ahead and to know who will be doing what, to be able to know how to keep my eye on everybody and to help them along better.
Yeah, yeah. Now, I really want to do that, because although I've just finished VPE, we don't actually have a VPE yet. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. He's coming back. The guy we think is coming back after 6 months, because he's just got so much on the go. So we, as a committee, we're taking turns. So I'm still doing VPE actually. So it's been the hardest challenge of my life, I think. So I need to do that in order to move forward with our members. Is there a template of your?
I can see. Just if you don't mind to give me your email address, you can send it privately in the chat, and then I'll pick it up from there.
I don't know how to do that. It says chat.
Yes.
Or I'll just put it
chat,
on the.
If you click chat, or you can also put it on the group. Yes.
If I learn this, it'll be good. So I click chat, and then there. Okay. So I'm just going to put my email address in there.
Yes.
This is so clever.
Yes.
It's amazing, eh? I'm all excited.
I think we all are, because we're all learning new things all the time.
I know. Me at my ripe old age.
Yeah, look at you, Elizabeth.
So now I just go enter. Can you see it there?
Let me just,
my email address.
I don't know if you sent it to everybody or just to me.
It says to everyone.
Okay.
And I suppose I'm just got to look for the send button. Oops, I lost you now.
If you press enter, then it should go.
Okay. I seem to have lost you all now. I don't know how that happened.
And maybe hiding our faces, that's all. If you go back to...
I can hear you, but now I can't see you. I'm sure I'll get back now. Oh, there you go. Okay, and then I've typed it in, and I'm pressing enter. There we go. There it is.
You've got it.
So you all have it now.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So that would be great. Thank you so much. If I could get that, I could immediately start with. It's something I should have done, this time last year, but it's just been with pathways and being VPE. Gosh, it's been quite a challenge, I must say.
I have been VPE so many times in my journey of a Toastmaster. And so this is a sheet that I've made years ago. I've just, when Pathways came up, I just married the two together to figure out how it goes and to take it from there. I think maybe just what I should also just show you here, maybe I must just, sorry, of course I forgot that you can't see it. I must just go back there to show you. These codes that are here, the P, the M, the DCP, and these that are here, if you push the page up, the codes come at the bottom. P, DCP possible points. M, members needed to complete it. You understand? L1, level 1. So all the way, and then the old education is also here so that one can see what it means. Okay.
Yeah, no, that looks great. That looks very good.
Oh, and then this is now not part of it, but I think everybody, I've got something here for everybody, I'm sure. And I'm going to now probably get requests for this sheet, not for VPE tasks, but for this. I'm not finished with it. So when I'm finished with it, I'll send that. Can you see this tab that I have here that says DTM?
Yeah.
If I click on that, what I've done is from Toastmasters International, they've said this is what you must do to do a DTM in Pathways.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah.
So I've then taken, instead of doing 2 pathways there, I said pathway 1, pathway 2, and I put your date completed. So as you do these things, you put your dates down. And then I've put down the pathway and every level and everything that you must do in a pathway to get it finished with a description as you go along and the date you complete. And the only thing that I need to add still is the roles and the dates. So here's the pathway and its dates, and then I need to just add the roles and its dates. So at the end, this is what one pathway to DTM looks like. Not as in a pathway of the pathways, but as in one road to walk to reach DTM. And I think that might be something that could be valuable to many people.
I'm sure, yeah. Oh, that's very good.
So then I really need to finish that because I need to put some information in there for somebody else. Okay. The moment I've done that, then I'll include you, Terry, and then I'll send that to you so that the finished product is there with you. And if anybody else wants, you can just let me say.
Thank you very much. That would be great. I see there. Yeah, and I mean, there are clubs. I'm just looking at Elizabeth's message. There are clubs that don't use easySPEAK, and it is frustrating. And I have a thing where people don't know what RSVP means, and I say to them, well, RSVP means yes, I'm coming, or no, I'm not coming. It doesn't mean ignore me.
So I have action.
You have to say yes or no, not just don't go there at all. So then you start thinking, now are they coming? And so we have a big laugh about that. But yeah, that's what RSVP means.
Now, one of the big reasons why clubs often don't do or touch easySPEAK is if you go onto easySPEAK the first time, there is just so much there. It is, where do you go? It's overwhelming. And
it is.
Lisa, my friend, she's a new Toastmaster that came on board. She looked at that as well, and she was just saying, oh, easySPEAK, easySPEAK. Then I showed her what I had to do in terms of Excel spreadsheet to keep things together. Then I showed her what it looks like to have my entire track there, and I can look at everything that I've done. I have my dashboard with everything I've done, and she said, it is worth it. It really is worth it. And that's the thing. I don't think people understand the value of easySPEAK until they see it in action.
Yeah.
And so, Elizabeth, if you want to, I can keep your things on easySPEAK for you that you can keep track of what's happening there. Are there any questions or comments that people would like to add?
Elizabeth, she's on mute, but she said that in her current club in New Zealand, they don't use easySPEAK, and it's really frustrating. And they just planned the meetings, and it is just very frustrating for her. So yes, I think we're privileged, and I do think we can help Elizabeth with this to keep her track. But then also again, the last tool of DTM on pathways that you have is also, I think, if you don't have the privilege of easySPEAK in your club, that would be a wonderful sheet to use just for tracking your own personal paths with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, then, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished early. Oh, where's our gentleman? Is he still there? Yes. Matthew, you are very musical. We cannot hear you. Sorry, Matthew, we can't hear you. It's just dragging. The internet is not good. So, but thank you for being here tonight. Then with that,
Almost.
Right. With that, I believe we've come to the end of this.
Oh, you know what? The reason why it's like if you want to learn, you just have to go where people are learning. If you want to learn,
Exactly. A good statement that if you want to learn, go where people are learning. Good statement.
Yeah.
Good statement. Then I think we have come to the end. I don't have a banger, but there we go. I bang and I officially declare our meeting closed and over and done with, unless there are any other comments that anybody wanted to make.
Just want to say thank you. I enjoyed it very much.
Good, good. Eunice? Oh, she's gone. Oh, no, there
No,
you are.
I'm here. I'm here.
Any comments from your side?
No. I just wanted to say thank you. This was very informing.
Good, good. It was nice to have you there on the floor. You said you were on the floor.
Yeah, most comfortable.
Yeah, I'm also a floor child. All right, then we'll see each other, most of us, maybe tomorrow. The rest, who knows when. Be blessed. Bye-bye.
Thank
I ask you
you.
a question
Oh,
quickly?
there's a question.
Yes?
Yes, please. Terry, from what club are you in Cape Town?
I'm from a club called Taverners Toastmasters Ellery.
And where about?
We meet in the city at the Protea Fire and Ice on every third Wednesday. And then we have a Saturday meeting, first Saturday of the month, at Workshop 17 down at the waterfront.
Oh, okay. So I have to tell you that Eunice is my daughter, and she also lives in Cape Town, and she's she's in Upper Woodstock.
Okay.
So maybe sometime she can come and visit you. I'm putting pressure on her now.
That would be great. We would welcome her. She'd be more than welcome. You need. Did you see my email address there? Take a note
Yes,
of
I
it.
did. I will.
And drop me a note, and I mean, there's some lovely clubs in Cape Town. I don't know what you do, so I think, but you could try a few of them. But I've actually got quite a concise list of them.
Okay.
So please drop me a line, and you'd be more than welcome to visit us. It would be lovely to meet you in person.
It would, yeah.
Great. I look forward to hearing from you.
Cool.
Our next meeting will be
next week, Thursday.
What's the next Wednesday?
Yours. Yes. Okay. So
yes, our club Taverners next Wednesday, which I think, can't think of the date right now. I think it's the 17th. And that's in the city. And maybe I could just send you some information if you drop me a line and give me your email address.
Yes.
I will definitely do that.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, fabulous. Thank you, everybody. We'll, do we meet again next week? That'll be on the WhatsApp group, or?
That's right. And then next week is a proper Toastmasters meeting online. And the week after that will be one more training meeting again.
Okay, Great.
I would just like to thank Bea quickly. Thank you, Bea, for compiling this meeting. And I know that you spent hours during the night doing this, and we appreciate this. And this is surely one of the best tools in my journey in Toastmasters that is so helpful. Thank you for seeing this opportunity and helping people.
Pleasure,
Yes.
Alice. Let's hope it helps a lot more people because I'm overwhelmed and I needed some tools, and let's see where this takes us. Okay.
Yeah, that's great. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Night.
Good night.
Good night. Take care.
Good night. Are you still there, Bea?
Yes, if I exit the meeting, then I close the meeting. I have to wait for everybody else to leave. And then
It
I
went
can
well. I think it went well.
Okay.
We had only one glitch in the beginning, but you know, I still take my hat off for you because switching screens, it all seems so difficult. I should actually sit with you one day and see what you've done, but you also discovered things tonight.
I discovered that Zoom will only look at what you give it permission to, which is actually good because then if you have other things open, it stays private. So, and then you have to look because there's all the stuff that's open and you have to find the thing that you want to give permission to, you know. So it was a good learning experience for me as well.
Yeah, but the videos were very nice, very informative and to the point, not wasting any time, and it's nie langdradig nie.
Well,
So, yes.
that's what I tried to do, and that's why I wanted to keep them as short as possible. And I felt that it's best to bring the video online because if I had to click, because if you know how long it took me to make those videos, because then you click this, then that wasn't right. Then I must go back and undo and fix. And it just was a mammoth task, I'm telling you. But it made the time go so much easier because it was recorded and everything was fixed and the glitches were out, you know. Yeah.
You know, and the other thing is, it is not too long for someone to rewatch.
Yes.
You know, if you didn't get right with something on say easySPEAK or wherever, you can quickly watch it again. It's not too long. And I think it is simplified. I just remember myself going on easySPEAK the first time. I didn't know what was going on.
Yes.
And I just, you know, in the end, you think you're just clicking away and you don't know what you're doing. You're just messing up. So, yes. And I also learned some things today that in the morning, I learned how to load the visitors. I didn't know how to do that.
Okay.
And that was wonderful. And in the week, I learned how to do the speech titles and all that. And I also learned that you can go on TMI to see all your speech titles.
Okay.
So, yes. Always learning.
But you see, that's what makes it so, instead of people groping in the dark, when we have learning tools clearly identified, because what I've done is, if you go and if you finish now, just look on Granny B 007. And then you will see the videos are there. And then just click on the box, you know, underneath the video and see the descriptions that I've put there. So that if a person opens the box while they're watching it, the notes of the video is there for them. They can just copy and paste it onto something.
Okay. Oh, wow. You, you think of everything. Wow.
And that's why I want you just to have a look at it and to see if you think it's effective enough, you know.
I will.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the thing is with that is you don't get frustrated because now you join Toastmasters and you've got no idea what to do. And you sort of wait like Veronica and Eloise and all those because you don't know a thing. And now there's an easy tool and you're not so frustrated anymore. And you actually get excited by doing starting to do speeches.
Yes.
So, yes, wonderful.
Good.
And you know what? I have to still add, I am extremely excited about this easySPEAK thing. because it is just the most amazing tool.
It is. It
I
really
love
is.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a learning experience, but you just need to deal with it and say, you know what, I'm going to learn. And then you just pick up all of this that you can do. And that's why I'm kind of strict on when every meeting is closed, I hold that Toastmaster accountable to make sure that the meeting has everything on it. That way, it forces every Toastmaster to learn more about easySPEAK, and we keep it up to date. Then when somebody wants to submit the educationals, I don't have to run around trying to find things because I've watched every meeting that before, that when it's closed with all the information in it. And when that process takes place, you will see slowly but surely, I will not have to ask people to put things in. Later on, people will start writing amazing introductions for themselves. And there's a culture of learning busy rising up. You hear me?